Well, it is great to be live today with all my friends and colleagues. We are live streaming on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and of course, LinkedIn. Would you do me a favor if you're joining this live stream, just say hello and put your city and state in it. It's always great to see where people are. Oftentimes people are on the move, traveling, or maybe vacationing, or maybe not. But it's great to say hello. I got a couple important updates for you. We just finished some live stream testing for our upcoming boot camp. And of course, the same technology will be used for our upcoming Automotive Analytics and Attribution Summit. I wanted to share a couple things that we learned, a couple changes to the programming and formatting. So if you would, if you're joining our live stream, please say hello. I love to see people. And well, every time we do a live stream, whether it's a lunch and learn or something else, well, hey, different people show up on the live stream. The good news is that you'll be able to watch this live stream, later out throughout the day. Jorge, come on. Welcome, Jorge. It's great to have our friends, and it's great to see you online. Mark Boyd, man, Mark, what part of the country are you in? I was just talking to your son the other day, Mark, and I hope all is well with you and your family. It is good morning on the West Coast. Some of you are up early. Let's see. Yeah, about 8:45. Ryan Easter, happy Thursday, Ryan. Thanks, everyone, for joining the live stream. So let me get into what I wanted to share with you so you can get back to work. We just did the Digital Marketing Strategies Conference live stream event, and it was a great success, meaning the dealers really loved it. The sponsors were getting a feel for how to make the best use of the time. David Harmer, come on, what's up from Texas? So, we took everyone's feedback and we said, well, how do we make a virtual conference better? And here's what we heard over and over again. Brian, when I go to Napa for one of your conferences, or if I go to Florida for one of your conferences, I'm kind of locked and loaded. My focus is in on the speaker. Yeah, I have my cell phone, but people are not walking in my office, disrupting me. On a virtual conference, I have people walking in. Does anybody agree with me on that? Jordan, how are you? Come on, Texas in the house. Does anybody who was willing to share, if you've been on a live stream event that's, going to be an all day, or for us, it's a 2-3 day event. People just walk in your office. It could be the kids. It's lunchtime, right? There's distractions when you're in front of your computer. Email pops up. Who knows what pops up on your computer. So what we wanted to do is to make it more real time, more engaging. So we put our, thoughts on paper. We took all the feedback from the sponsors and the dealer. Canada, Jim Faust in the house. Look at that. That even rhymes. So we're adding live call-in. And the reason why I'm doing this live stream, we just finished testing and it's so cool. So we're going to have our presentations for sure. And we're going to be delivering world-class content. But to make it more interactive, we're going to have a dial-in number. So if you have a question for the speaker, instead of just chatting, and sometimes the emotion, would you agree with me that the emotion of chatting a question in sometimes doesn't cut it? Ryan, thank you for the great compliment on DMSE. But when people had questions of the speaker, they were typing it in the chat, and this chat stream is great. And we were reading and answering some of those questions, but we're adding live call-in, almost like the old day radio talk shows. Is anybody old enough? I know Mark Boyd and I know, where you would have a call-in show, and maybe you were trying to get on air with your favorite radio personality. So what we did is now we have a dial-in number. You'll dial in. Our attendant will talk to you, one of our staff members, and you'll say, okay, I have a question for Brian. Okay, what's your question? And as long as it's nothing, crazy, we're going to patch you in. And then the moderator will see the call and accept. Most of the caller IDs work as we knew today. And we'll say, welcome, to the Automotive Marketing Bootcamp. What's your question? And then everyone will hear the question. which is really cool. They'll hear your voice and they'll hear your passion. And so it's going to really make it more interactive. The other thing that we heard is that people wanted things to do, like to actually give them things to do during the session to keep them a little bit more occupied. So we're going to integrate in a lunch and learn session, and watch what that means. It means that the segment will be live, and I'm going to be working through suggestions that people give, so they can chat in a suggestion. Hey, what about this problem, Brian? Or call in, what about this problem? And it will be completely unrehearsed, just like in a live conference setting. So the cool thing about that is if you're having a problem and it maybe doesn't fit any one topic in boot camp, but it is marketing related, it's online related, the lunch and learn will allow you just to jump right in, ask a question, and you can do that on audio by dialing in or by chat. You see, what we're trying to do is make the virtual conference something that will keep your attention. That if you could dial in and talk and feel part of the conversation, if during the sessions we give you a little homework assignment, like for example, if we're talking about SEO, the speakers are going to be things like, hey, stop, do this for your own website, so that it's not like just a one-way conversation and people can, well, be encouraged to be more engaged. Is it a perfect world? Absolutely not. But it's extremely efficient because unlike a real conference when you're feverishly taking notes, wouldn't you agree that having every keynote, every panel, every workshop, every lunch and learn recorded and accessible for 30 days makes sense? So we're listening to you. Brian, we love education. We love your education format. We just want it to raise the bar up. Okay, a couple other things. What about our sponsors? Our sponsors, we have an exhibit hall. Hey, Mexico City's in the house. Man, we got Puerto Rico, Mexico, and Canada. I wonder if we have any people from Italy live streaming. Come on, Team Italy, or Australia. Come on. Where are my Italian friends? Where are my Holland friends? Come on, chime in to the live stream. So what about our sponsors? Our sponsors, we have a virtual exhibit hall and people can go in. Understood that not everyone is motivated just to go into the exhibit hall. So we're going to do two things very interesting. Our sponsors will have tickets to give out, and what I'm encouraging the sponsors to do is use them before the conference and say, look, I'll give you a ticket. Right now the early bird tickets are $295. They will go up to $395. The sponsors say, look, I'll give you a $400 ticket to the AAA Summit. Just come and get a demo of the product before the show. So we're going to really be coaching our dealers instead of like NADA, come to my booth, I'll give you a pass to a Joan Jett concert after you get a demo. We're going to encourage the dealers to use these valuable tickets to get demos with dealers before the show. Also, we're going to have a technology showcase at AAA Summit, part of the schedule where all of the sponsors will have rooms for dealers to go in and get demos, meaning it's going to be part of the agenda, so there's no other speaking going on. And if you want to get a demonstration of different products, the rooms will be set up. So if there's 20 sponsors, there'll be 20 rooms set up right in the schedule for technology showcase. You'll be able to go in and request a demo. Virginia, Casey, in the house, welcome from Virginia. And speaking of Virginia, I'm waiting for my 2020 Corvette any day. It should be coming in. It was delayed because of the strike and then delayed via COVID. It's still in the production run. Just haven't heard a peep, but I'll be picking that up in Richmond, Virginia. So we're doing something really cool, for the sponsors. Another area that's really cool is showcases. And one of the comments that dealers said, Brian, we want to come to your conference to learn, but there's so many different products, sometimes it's a little confusing. So we're creating four face-offs for the AAA Summit, okay, which will be a face-off on automated marketing platforms, dealership websites, digital retailing, and OTT video. Let me explain. There's so many people calling up dealers trying to sell them OTT video. Would you agree, Wendy? Good morning. I mean, dealers are getting cold. Everyone and their brother is selling OTT. You have the cable companies, you have traditional digital marketing vendors, the radio vendors, everyone, you know, maybe the paper boys trying to sell you OTT. Are there paper boys anymore? I was a paper boy. But here's my point. We're going to take the top OTT platforms. We're going to give them 10 minutes to present their platform. Everyone has to answer the same set of questions so that a dealer during that session, the OTT showcase, they'll be able to see this and this and this and this side by side, answering the same questions plus whatever additional presentation materials they have, and then an active discussion. It's going to really clarify and set the stage. We're going to do the same thing with digital retailing. Everyone's saying their digital retailing product is the best. We're going to give each company an opportunity to showcase what their digital retailing product does and looks like, but they're going to have to answer each one the same set of questions. How they answer those questions and what they demonstrate, again, gives us a really great opportunity to do a side-by-side comparison because there's no one-size-fits-all strategy. Same thing with marketing automation. Dealers are getting bombarded by people saying, look, we have omni-channel, anonymous data, we integrate everything is perfectly timed, and dealers like, really? How come there isn't one company that everyone recommends? Well, it's because it's confusing, and again, it's not one-size-fits-all. So we're going to do the same thing. Isn't that cool? That and Brian Miller said, just like the digital retailing face-off we did years ago. Very similar, except what we did is we had our people sit behind the digital retailing platforms and we filmed them shopping. And in the early days, there were still a lot of bugs, so most people didn't even get through the shopping experience. Today, we now have momentum, and dealers, hundreds of dealers, even thousands of dealers are using different single platforms. So the platforms we know work in general. Now we want to really see what their vision is and how they answer specific questions. So we're going to have the best of the best digital retailing, the best of the best marketing automation, the best of the best OTT video delivery platforms. And then the last one, websites. We haven't talked about websites in a while, but we're going to be putting the websites together on a specific task. What have you done to reduce forums and embrace conversational commerce? We're going to listen to the website companies on how they're increasing engagement, how are they helping dealers serve, not chase customers, side by side. Same thing. I'm going to give them a very specific set of questions. Wendy from Arizona, come on, bring it in. How is the temperature in Arizona today? So the AAA Summit's going to be amazing. And I don't want to skip over the Automotive Marketing Bootcamp for Fixed Ops on September 10th. I just want to let you know it's one day of laser-focused strategies to help you better market, reach local people, engage them, and increase retention. So I would say I haven't found a single dealer in the United States whose online strategy for fixed ops has been perfect or even close to perfect. So for $195, you get a full day of the best talking about marketing, SEO, social, paid search, content, conversational commerce, how to supercharge your specials pages, how to retain your customers, how to better communicate with them, all for one day. So that's September 10th. You can go to brianpash.com and click on events and register for the bootcamp September 10th. It's only $195, the best $195 you could spend for fixed ops. And then the AAA Summits, November 16th, 17th, and 18th. Early bird tickets end on October 1st, so you can get in there for $295 for 3 days. An amazing lineup. You'll see we'll be announcing more and more speakers along the way. One last thing before we let you get back to work is my new book. So my new book is out, and this is a complete workbook and guide for digital retailing with, forms in which it brings you through the different thought processes that need to get done. Lots of examples on what best of best looks like in automotive retail. This book is the playbook for dealers. Now, Glenn and I have a partner program for dealers who really want to lean in and, well, leverage online retailing. And it's $2,500. It's 60 days of coaching consulting to completely transform your remote retailing. Most dealers have some type of digital retailing in place, but they haven't marketed, they haven't merchandised their store, they haven't merchandised their website, they haven't really updated their communication platforms, they haven't put in the processes to measure success. And so I'm offering, if a dealer signs up for a 60-day coaching and consulting for remote retailing, it's $2,500. We'll give you 2 copies of the book so that we all are working off the same playbook. Okay. So if you want assistance in elevating your remote retailing, your digital retailing strategy, whether you're using Roadster or AutoFi, IllumaQuote from Frickin' Tech, whether you're using something from Cox like the Accelerate product, whether you're using Dealer Inspire, Online Shopper, CarNow, Gabagoo, virtual retailing, whoever you're using, we're working to optimize, to fully merchandise, to maximize the success. And it's a 60-day program. If you sign up for that 60-day program during the month of September, I'll send you out 2 books. This way you can really have a thought process documented. We'll work with your team on this. It's a great, great program. You can email me, Brian, at brianpash.com or Glenn at pcgcompanies.com, either way. Or you could just text me, 732-672-2356, and say, I want that 60-day consulting program. It's just 60 days. It's a one-time fee. And what do you get? You get a completely transformed website. You get a fully committed retailing strategy, and the results have been fantastic. If you want some dealers who have gone through the program, fantastic. Call them up. Call up Catherine at Access Ford in Texas. Call up Eric at Classic Chevrolet in Texas as well. Why Texas? Well, oh, there's a lot of great stores in Texas. But we've worked with many different brands. Glenn can give you a full list. But if you really want to take your digital retailing to the next level, you can buy the book. Okay, that's online, brianpash.com/shop. Or you could inquire about our 60-day coaching consulting program. We're going to build those graphics. We're going to name your brand promise. We're going to redesign your website call to action buttons. We're going to lean into conversational commerce. We're going to get more people through your digital retailing tool, and you're going to be basically doubling your sales conversations per month based on your existing traffic. So it's amazing. Hey, oh, look, Kenneth is right. Good morning from Sugar Land, Texas. Come on, Sugar Land. I know exactly where Sugar Land is. I love Texas. My cousin Greg moved out to Texas a long time ago. And when I was in high school, I was thinking of going to the University of Texas at Austin. I applied to 2 schools. I applied to Rutgers University in New Jersey because that's where I lived, and University of Texas at Austin. I got into both schools. I wanted to go into engineering. And I was so close of going to University of Texas at Austin. Really loved it. Man, who could have imagined what my life would have been if I went to school in Texas? Obviously a different path. God had this path for me. I'm super happy where I'm at right now. But sometimes maybe you all think about, what if I didn't do this? Does anybody ever do that, play that game? Like, what if I decided to take this job? Or what if I went to school over here? What would have happened? Who knows? Hey, thanks for joining the live stream, because here's what's important. Travel really is limited. I was traveling 4 days a week, and all of that travel revenue and speaking opportunities went to zero. I'm reinventing online conferences by raising the bar, not having a big Zoom meeting, but really a high quality interactive event with networking and exhibit halls and dial in. And the Automotive Marketing Bootcamp September 10th and the AAA Summit in November are just going to be best in class conferences. No one's going to have anything close to the quality of content, the quality of production, the quality of engagement. I hope you will pass the word for me. Would you do that? Would you let people know about these conferences, September 10th and then November 16th, 17th, and 18th? Really appreciate your time. Really appreciate the networking. If we're not connected on LinkedIn, let's send me a connect request. I'll accept that. If we're not connected on social media channels, let's do that as well. My Twitter handle's Automotive SEO. Hey, if we can help your dealership with your digital marketing strategy, don't forget PCG Digital follows my playbook for digital marketing, which is SEO, social, and the latest retailing strategy. So paid search, social media, SEO, and modern retailing, when all put together, creates an unbeatable competitive edge in your local market. So if you're looking to take this last quarter of the year to the next level and make 2020 sustainably awesome, reach out to me, Brian at brianpash.com. Otherwise, come out to our conferences. If you're a self-learner, say, Brian, I want to do everything myself. Okay, then come to Automotive Marketing Bootcamp September 10th and to the AAA Summit November. Paul DeVries came in. We have Holland. We just missed Italy today. Who knows why we didn't have Italy in today's live stream? I'm going to be very sad about that. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, Brian, you're in Florida. Oh, you're stuck in Ohio. Stuck in Ohio. Why would anybody be stuck in Ohio? Ohio is like skyline chili and all that kind of stuff. If anybody has a question on anything I said, you can ask them now before we wrap up the live stream. I'm super excited because the dial-in feature, I think, is going to bring a lot of energy and excitement and passion to a conference, just like you would have someone stand up in a keynote session or stand up in a workshop or raise their hand. It's the voice, it's the communication, it's the laughing, it's a little bit of the whole conference experience that we're trying to do. Well, I didn't see any questions come up in the chat. What was the best thing you heard from today's live stream? Why don't you just put that in a comment? Give me some feedback. Do you like the live calling in? Do you like the 60-day consulting strategy that we're doing to help dealers really take their digital retailing to the next level? Nissan Car Guy, Ontario, California. What would you say to a dealership who is reluctant to jump on board with digital retailing platforms? Very few dealerships are doing it in our area. Great. So let me tell you, there's no perfect digital retailing platform. So the first thing is you need to find a platform that is aligned where the dealership's culture is and where they're ready. Okay. So for example, if a dealer is very reluctant and kind of wants to start with having a better first quality lead response, the Frickin' Tech IllumiQuote product, which started as really a better first engagement tool, is really built into a full digital retailing tool. But the results that dealers have on this product, who are just saying, I'm not ready to change my whole website, but I really want my first quality response to be almost a self-penciling tool for a consumer who submits a lead from cars.com or AutoTrader or Car Gurus or from my website. You could check out Frickin' Tech IllumiQuote. That being said, if it's like, no, I'm ready to go full in, I want everything done, then you have a couple choices, right? I'm a firm believer that consumers don't know how to pencil their own deals completely. So you need to have some integrated two-way communication, and many of the platforms have that. So that should be part of your checklist. From a financial standpoint, here's what I've learned is that back-end gross isn't going down, but labor costs are going down. If you listen to Gino Walsh at DMSC, he did a study that he was able to reduce labor costs, the total cost to sell a car, by 33%. I mean, that's a big number. If you went to your boss and say, listen, boss, we're not going to lose gross. We're going to have a higher customer satisfaction. We're going to lower our cost to sell a car. And guess what? People are going to enjoy working at our dealership more. We're going to attract more people that are not like age-driven, beat each other over with the hammer. We're going to get great customer service-centric employees. We're going to be able to hire men and women of all ages who want to serve and be of value. Hold on, they're saying, hold on, I'm not going to have as much turnover. It's going to cost me less to sell a car. I'm going to make more gross, and the customer is going to be happy. Like, yes, 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 and yes. I can give you dozens, if not hundreds of examples where that is true. That's what I would tell the dealer. The problem is that most dealers have built, and you mentioned your handle is Nissan Car Guy. So if you're Nissan, listen, I was part of the pilot with Nissan. Glenn and I traveled the country for 18 months helping dealers lean into remote retailing and digital retailing. We were hired by Nissan. I understand in many markets, Nissan is like a race to the bottom, competitive cycle. You have map pricing guidelines. All of that can be handled beautifully within remote retailing tools. And guess what? When you are talking instead of chasing with consumers when they're on their website, this is the thing. Most dealership websites, when a consumer gets to a certain point, pops up a form and it says, sorry, we can't help you. When you replace those forms with conversational commerce, guess what's going to happen? You're going to serve the people while they're on their websites. They're going to have all the answers they want, and you're going to retain more of those customers instead of losing them to the other Nissan dealer down the road. So when you embrace remote retailing, you also need to embrace conversational commerce and saying, why are we chasing people into BDC? They're on our website, they have a question, they want to do some business with us, and we're popping up a form and saying, we'll get back to you. And everyone's sitting around waiting for the next car deal. Conversational commerce, remote retailing with the right mindset is going to increase total gross, lower cost per sale, operating cost per sale, increase retention, and also increase your employee satisfaction, because they're going to sell more cars and it's going to be a better experience for them. Hey, was that a long-winded answer? Hey, that's the facts. And if you have a dealer that it doesn't believe it, then have them sign up for our 60-day consulting program to build that brand promise, help them pick the right technology. We never recommend one digital retailing product. We normally recommend 3 companies for the dealer to get a demo from. The dealer picks the company. We don't get any money from recommending a Gubagoo or Dealer.com or a Dealer Inspire or a Roadster. We just recommend whatever the best product is for that dealer, and then let them get the training on the product, and then we wrap everything, the marketing, the merchandising, the processes, we help over a 60-day period. So it's a lot of fun. All right, that's it for now. I am going to get ready for lunch myself. I just wanted to share you how excited I was that the live call-in feature in a live stream conference is going to work perfectly. We got it perfected. I want to thank Dawn Pash and the whole team for getting all the kinks worked out with Scott Richard, my son Connor. Kerry was actually in the operating control room today. We're doing a 2-studio live stream event for AAAS. We're going to be live streaming from Holland, live streaming from Italy, live streaming from the US, and I think also live streaming from Mexico. So we'll be the first live stream conference with 4 international control centers, bringing the best content on automotive analytics and attribution, retailing, video, websites, marketing automation all around the world. It's going to be an amazing event. So the only thing you need to do is get signed up. If you have any questions, just brian@brianpash.com, or you can text me 732-672-2356. Everyone have a great day. I hope you learned something today. Hope I encouraged you. Be a blessing to someone today as I try each day to lean forward and encourage others, help our automotive community build to new success levels. So it's time for me to get back to work, and probably so do you. So have a great day, and I'll see you September 10th at the boot camp for fixed ops, and November 16th, 17th, 18th for the AAA Summit live stream event. Thanks, guys.